White Chalk is another track that Gary came up with the music for, and I think it was probably one of the earliest tracks that was started and finished for the record. He does this all the time. Like, he'll bring around chords and say, like, oh, is this a bit too basic? And it's always lovely. Another one of those ones where the melody idea came straight away. But I think the function it serves on the album is it's where the first sort of exploration of the real themes of the album begin after Alison, which is just a kind of a palate cleanser, really. I've always been very interested in memory and nostalgia. A friend of mine, Paul, a few years ago, pointed me in the direction of some of the recent neuroscience on memory, which is quite interesting. One of the things that it says is that we never really access memories. We actually, what the brain actually does when it tries to retrieve a memory is it destroys the original and replaces it with an imperfect copy. So over time, your cherished memories, the more you access them, what's actually happening with every act of recall is that you're kind of destroying them, and it becomes like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy. It explains a few things. Like, I think we kind of intuitively know this. Like, if you ever compare notes of a trip you've taken with somebody years after the fact, it's like two completely different holidays that you've had. You remember different things, prioritize different memories. So it sort of explains the falsification of memory through time. And for somebody who's quite interested in nostalgia, kind of really glommed onto that point, I think. And I think what the song is about is I think it's pretty clear to me that that's something that's happened at a national level in the last decades. The various drivers for Brexit, obviously, but I think one of them is sort of a kind of a glorification of England and what it used to be, and sort of idea of plucky little Britain standing off against the Nazis single-handedly, and memories of warm beer on the cricket ground and stuff like that. Different version of England, and it is questioning some of those ideas and those images. The lyrics were mostly inspired by a flight that I took coming back from Europe shortly after Brexit, and seeing England laid out the kind of shapes you remember from maps, the way it would have looked during the Battle of Britain. Just summed up a load of images, I think, for me, really. So it's kind of about that, questioning the version of England that we're living in right now, and as usual, not really coming to any firm conclusions.